High above the sleeping world, where the air was spun sugar and the stars were scattered diamonds, lived a kitten woven entirely from the softest summer clouds. Her name was Whisper, and her fur shimmered with the faint colors of dawn and dusk. Forever shifting, she padded silently across her vast, billowing home, leaving no footprints, only gentle ripples that faded like sighs below. The earth was a tapestry of shadowed lands and sparkling cities, but Whisper felt a profound loneliness, a quiet ache in her cotton candy heart. The other cloud creatures drifted by, ephemeral and silent, too busy shaping rainbows or guiding breezes to linger. Her world, though breathtakingly beautiful, felt vast and empty. She would gaze down at the flickering lights, imagining the warmth of hearths and the murmur of voices, a comfort she had never known. One clear, velvety night, as Whisper curled on a particularly fluffy cumulus, a new presence filled her sky. It was the moon, round and impossibly luminous, hanging low and heavy like a perfect pearl. Its light wasn't harsh like the sun's glare, but a cool, silvery wash that painted the clouds in ethereal shades and turned Whisper's fur to liquid mercury. Night after night, the moon returned, a silent, radiant companion. Whisper felt its gentle gaze upon her, a constant, soothing presence that seemed to understand her solitude. She began whispering her tiny thoughts to it, about the tickle of a passing starling's wing, the cold kiss of a high-altitude breeze, the shapes she saw in the continents far below. The moon never answered, yet Whisper felt heard, felt seen in a way she never had before. A deep longing bloomed within her, a desire not just for company, but for the moon itself, that serene, glowing orb that made the darkness feel safe and beautiful. This longing grew into a quiet obsession. Whisper watched the moon's serene journey across the heavens, noting its phases, its steady, dependable light. She imagined its surface, cool and smooth like polished marble, perhaps smelling faintly of distant space and stardust. She dreamed of touching its luminous cheek, of curling up in its gentle radiance, finally banishing the chill of isolation that clung to her cloud fur. The vast emptiness between her fluffy domain and the celestial sphere seemed less like a barrier and more like a challenge she was destined to meet. The moon wasn't just a light, it became her silent confidant, her beacon, the only thing that made her drifting existence feel purposeful. Her cloud kitten heart beat with a singular, focused desire, to reach it, to be near that magnificent, silent friend. One extraordinary night, the moon hung lower than ever before, glowing with an almost liquid intensity. It seemed to whisper as if it were leaning closer, inviting her. Taking a deep breath that made her cloud body swell slightly, she gathered every ounce of her ethereal strength. Her haunches tensed on the yielding cloud with a silent, determined cry only the stars could hear. Whisper launched herself into the void. She soared, a streak of luminous mist against the deep velvet black, propelled by pure yearning for a glorious moment. She flew, higher than any cloud kitten ever had, the earth a dizzying blur far beneath her paws. The silver light bathed her, closer, closer still. She stretched out a wispy paw, believing with all her heart she could finally brush the cool, radiant surface of her beloved moon. Triumph surged through her, but the vast gulf of space is not so easily crossed, even by love. Whisper's momentum faltered. The celestial anchor that held the moon was far stronger than the feeble gravity binding her cloud form. Her upward arc peaked, and the dreadful, silent truth of emptiness gripped her. Instead of the cool touch of the moon, she felt only the terrifying, icy vacuum. With a soundless gasp, she began to fall. The magnificent moon receded rapidly, shrinking back to its distant, untouchable glory. The wind, once a gentle companion at cloud level, now roared past her ears with terrifying ferocity as she plummeted, tumbling end over end through the freezing darkness. Her heart, moments ago filled with soaring hope, plunged into despair. Deeper than the abyss she fell through. The beautiful light she sought was now just a cruel reminder of her failure and the terrifying drop below. Just as the jagged peaks of mountains began to resolve terrifyingly clear in the moonlight far below, a miracle unfolded. The moon, witnessing her faithful companion's desperate fall, did not remain silent. It poured forth its light with greater intensity than ever before, not as a mere glow, but as tangible beams of pure, liquid silver. These beams solidified in the freezing air, weaving themselves into a shimmering, gently sloping pathway of radiant moonlight, catching Whisper just as the treetops rushed up to meet her. Instead of crashing, she landed softly, as if on a downy mattress woven from stardust. The pathway held her, solid yet humming with gentle warmth, banishing the bone-deep chill of her fall. Whisper lay there, trembling, not from cold or fear now, but from overwhelming awe and the profound, unexpected warmth radiating from the luminous bridge that had saved her. She slowly rose, her cloud paws tingling on the moonbeam path. It felt firm yet yielding, cool but not cold, humming with a quiet, powerful energy that vibrated through her entire being. Looking up, Whisper saw the moon, closer than it had ever been from her clouds, yet still majestically distant. But now, a deep, resonant warmth pulsed from it, flowing down the radiant bridge and wrapping around her like an invisible embrace. It wasn't the physical touch she had craved, but something far deeper, a wave of pure, unconditional love and reassurance. The loneliness that had been her constant companion evaporated like morning mist under the sun. She understood now. The moon had heard every whisper, felt every longing. It couldn't come to her cloud, but it had reached across the impossible distance when she needed it most. She hadn't reached the moon, but the moon's love had reached her, profoundly and irrevocably. Whisper didn't need to stand upon the moon's surface. The silvery bridge beneath her paws was their connection, a tangible manifestation of the bond she had always felt. She walked upon it sometimes, basking in the direct flow of that serene, loving energy. Other times, she returned to her clouds, but everything was different. The vastness was no longer empty, it was filled with the moon's constant, watchful presence. The silence was no longer lonely, it was a shared quietude. She would curl up on her softest cumulus, bathed in the silvery light, and feel a perfect contentment she had never known. She had dared the impossible, Pounce for love, and though she hadn't landed on the moon, she had landed in the heart of its light, forever cherished, forever warm, forever home. The earth slept below, unaware of the tiny cloud kitten and her celestial guardian, bound by a bridge of pure moonlight and an unbreakable, silent love.